Here's senior wide receiver Kendrick Price. Demons heading into week 3 against UT Martin. Kendrick, you've been around this program a while. Your last home opener. How are the emotions doing here about 3 or 4 days out from that?
There definitely are some emotions that come with it, but you know, me and some of the older guys, we just like to stay level. You know, try not to get too emotional about it. You know, because it's just another football game. It's great to be back in front of the home crowd, back in the home stadium. So, you know, I mean, we're all excited and looking forward to it.
It's been a long road for you. I mean, I think anyone that's been here the last few years kind of knows your story a little bit. Let's go back to the spring of 2020. You tear your ACL. At that point, you really don't know kind of what the future holds. What was that like? And then kind of take us through about the next 12 months when you were finally able to get back on the field in the spring.
I think from the time of the initial incident that happened out here, my mindset was, you know, just set toward, you know, one day at a time, one step at a time. You know, at that moment, it was just prehab and then surgery and then rehab from the surgery. You know, I never really looked too far ahead with the situation. I just tried to take it one day at a time and, you know, appreciate the little victories. That's something we talk about a lot as a team, you know, appreciating the little wins. So that was really the mindset I had, and, you know, just having to come back that fall and not being able to play and still, you know, trying to be a leader on the team and, you know, just do whatever role I could. And then going into that next spring where, you know, I wasn't really physically where I wanted to be, but, you know, I was at a position where I was able to play and I was able to, you know, be that leader on the team. And so, like you said, I mean, it all came full circle to now I'm at a point where, you know, I feel stronger than I've been, you know, and the things that I had to learn and the maturity I had to go through with the injury, I feel like it all helped and came full circle, you know, to have me where I am today. So it's a blessing, you know. I never look back on things with regret. You know, I never, you know, would say I wish it never happened because, you know, like I said, it made me who I am right now. So
2 games, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, you did more than just that, but 2 games back in the end zone. Was there a point in between the spring and now, or maybe during camp, where you said, okay, I'm maybe back to where I was physically at the end of 2019?
Yeah, you know, you have those moments where you can kind of tell that there's certain things that you couldn't do before, you know, dealing with the injury. But, you know, it's kind of like I said, a day-by-day thing. You know, I kept grinding, you know, kept getting stronger, you know, stayed with it. And then you look up and then you realize, like, I'm making those plays again, or like I kind of, you know, it kind of feels normal again, you know, like it wasn't really something, like I said, it wasn't something that, you know, I stressed myself out with, you know, trying to get back to where I was. It just kind of I just put one foot in front of the other until eventually, you know, I ended up, you know, at the point where I can do things like score points for my team and, you know, provide a spark to the team and stuff. So it's a great feeling.
So many times, you know, college students and especially college athletes, you get caught up in the emotions, but you mentioned staying level-headed and kind of working through it. Where did that kind of inner sense of calm come from? I mean, you very easily could have seen your career end on something that wasn't your terms, obviously with COVID pushing that season back, and then you get an extra year that changes. But where did that sense of peace, that very level-headedness come from?
I've always been a bit of an optimist, you know, ever since I was a little kid. You know, I've always been a guy that, you know, saw the bright side in things, or, you know, try not to be negative. So, and, you know, that with a great support system, you know, I have a family, it's really close. I have really great friends. So, you know, all those things that just come together, and it just, I don't know, it was just a natural instinct for me. Like, it wasn't something that, just the whole situation wasn't something I freaked out about. It just felt like, you know, I've been through a lot of adversity in my life. I've been through a lot of tough things where I had to be mentally strong, and I just looked at it as another one of those situations, and just, you know, saw the positive sides in it, saw where I could learn from it, saw how it could make me better, and, you know, just doing that, and just happened perfect.
Where does Kendrick Price in the fall of 2021 think Kendrick Price from the fall of 2016 has made the most strides? We'll talk about Kendrick, the football player, and then Kendrick, the person.
I think the two things kind of go hand in hand. You know, I think the growth I made as a football player is kind of synonymous with the growth that I made, you know, as a person. You know, I feel like the maturity, you know, having to go through tough things, having to learn things the hard way, which I feel is the best way to learn something. I mean, someone can teach you something all you want, but if you're not ready to receive it, you know, it's just not going to stick. So I feel like in life you have to go through things, and stuff has to harden you and sharpen you in a way to where, you know, you actually do learn from it. And, you know, just being more mature, being an adult now, I feel like there's just so much that I've been through since that 2016 fall. It's actually just crazy to think about, but yeah, it's a blessing.
All right, Kendrick, thank you so much.
Thank you.